Good morning. Top of the morning. Thank God for the wake up. Thank God for the wake up. Thank God for the wake up. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Talking Cancer, My Journey, My Way. I am your host, Louis to the A. Lopez. What's good? Thank you for tuning in on all your streaming platforms. I appreciate that. And if this is your first time listening to the show, I am Lewis and I am dealing with stage 4 metastatic colorectal cancer, meaning that it has moved from my colon to my liver and now my lymph nodes. So, and that's where we're at. But today is a great day. Today is I want to say it's the 14th of June, 2023. I think I'm right. And it's also the last day of school for the kiddos. Wow. Yeah. I now officially have a straight A student moving on to the 10th grade. And also, first grade, they really don't count like grades like that, whatever. But she's doing great, by the way. And she's amazing as well. And she's moving on to the 2nd grade. So, yeah, that's how life is right now. But I wanted to talk a little bit today in regards to cancer and kind of like coping when you find out that you have cancer. I think probably one of my first initial thoughts was, why me? Why me? But as I continued to grow and find out about things, I started to learn how to get in touch with some of my feelings. But of course, the first initial reaction was shock. Why me? That's how it was for me. And I guess that's to be expected, right? I mean, you just get hit with some news, and that's what it was. And mind you, these types of feelings are normal. So definitely understand that. Some of the things that you might want to try to recognize as part of what's happening is recognize some of the feelings of being overwhelmed. You could feel anger. You could feel fear and worry. You could feel stress and anxiety. You could even feel denial. These are things to be aware of when you are diagnosed. Because we need to, at some point, address it. What's going on? This is the elephant in the room. You know what I mean? So it's very important that, you try to overcome it, overcome what's going on and talk about these things as soon as you possibly can, because your feelings and harboring of feelings could definitely have an effect on the overall outcome of your health. So definitely this stuff could be draining, to say the least. Especially the why me part. The why me could have you losing sleep. The why me could have you soul searching. The worrying of why me could be draining. It could be draining of yourself. It could be draining of the people around you. And although these are common things that we're going to go through as we are diagnosed, I think some of the biggest things that I've touched on over These, what is it like? I think we're like on 40 episodes or something like that, 40 some episodes. Throughout all these episodes is that how long do you allow yourself to live in that why me stage to start to overcome and start to fight the fight you need to fight, you know? And a lot of that starts with your coping mechanisms, how to deal with these fears, how to deal with your denial, anger, depression, anxiety, stress. And one of the biggest things that I found that's helped me is just talking about it. Hence why I started the podcast. But if you choose not to go that route, that's fine. But talking to your friends, talking to your family, is very, very important. Somebody that was willing to listen to you. But mind you, when you find these things out and you go and talk about it, these things to your true family and friends, this could be emotional for them too. They get scared, they get worried, they get angry and afraid. So they're dealing with this just as much as you do because they have invested so much time and energy in you over the years. So it's definitely something that you guys could seek refuge in each other as you guys go through this battle, and lean on your friends and family if they're willing to help. And there are going to be some family members that don't know how to help, or don't know what to say, or don't know what to ask, and sometimes even push themselves away. And that's okay. You cannot be mad at them. You cannot be whatever, because one, you have to fight the fight, and you can't worry about those things, but what you can do is reassure them that you're okay, you're gonna be okay, and you're gonna fight. You know what I mean? So definitely be aware of some of these emotions that you might be feeling, because some of these emotions you could end up taking out on your loved ones, like the anger, the why me anger, the why me stress, the why me anxiety. All of these things are things that happen. These are all things that, if you don't notice them, you can continue the pattern of taking it out on others. And deep down inside, you don't know why you're so angry or why you're stressed out. You know why, but you're not willing to address it. So a lot of that, letting those walls down, this part is dealing with it, talking about it. It's the biggest thing that you could talk about. And pray. We need to speak on and get in touch with our emotions and our feelings about the situation. Now, I haven't found myself having to seek professional help, but my job offers this thing through it's called, it's like a health portal. They track your steps, they do all these things. And through that portal, they offer counseling. And once a month, I volunteered to talk to a counselor for about 15 minutes, and just talk about where I'm at, to a complete stranger, whatever. All information is, classified, so, I did that just voluntarily, just like, hey, why not? It's my outlet to talk. Am I seeking advice? No, I just like to vent. You know what I mean? And sometimes venting is the best thing to do. Not only to, even though you probably have vented to your wife or your kids or whatever, but venting to a complete stranger sometimes is therapeutic as well. Because lots of times they just listen, and you don't have to worry about them um, worrying about you, and you having to face that worry within them. Like let's take for instance my wife. I share everything with her, all my ups, all my downs. But sometimes I know that those ups and downs now they burden her. And so now we're both going through these things, and even though that is what it is, but we're going to deal with that on our own. But then we have this person, this stranger, where I don't have to talk to him again for another month. And, the energy that we're not feeling the same energy as when I opened up to my wife. You know what I mean? So yeah, it just kind of goes and gets rid of it, and that's it. But when do you decide to talk to a professional? Because not everybody may deal with the situation the way I do. Everybody deals with something differently. But when you're feeling overwhelmed or concerned, and that goes on for some time, let's say, 2 or 3, 4 weeks or whatever, maybe you should consider speaking with the professional. If the sadness doesn't go away. If you're having a hard time thinking or concentrating, if you're constantly feeling tired, you're not interested in maybe activities that you normally would be interested in. Maybe you're feeling hopelessness, like life doesn't have a meaning. You know what I mean? And definitely speak to somebody, anybody, friend, family, professional, anybody, if you're thinking about harming yourself. Real life situations where things you need to notice within yourself to get some help. And don't be afraid to get some help. Don't be afraid of talking to anybody. I don't care who they are. Just open up to your feelings and your emotions. You're not too big to cry. You're not too big to feel. It's okay. And I speak to you because I'm dealing with it right now. And sometimes my episodes are in my feelings. No two ways about it. Sometimes I'm just in my feelings. But some of the ways to stay, some of the ways to coping with some of these feelings are easy, but consistent. Consistently talk to somebody until your feelings kind of die down. Talk about those feelings no matter what they are. Staying active. Try eating good, balanced meals. Try to treat yourself to things that make you happy. I don't care if it's a bath or going to the movies. Playing a game of basketball, going to the bar with friends. Whatever it is that you choose to do something, treat yourself to something that makes you happy. Get some help. When I say get some help, I mean get some help with, ask for help. Maybe a friend or a family member could cook you dinner once a week. Or, help with some cleaning around the house or whatever. try not to do it all yourself. You know, I realized that a while back, a few episodes ago, when I was talking about letting things go that are just out of my control. You know, I'm trying to fix it and do it all myself. And, you know, it was like, no, you got to let things go. You know, when trying to cope with things, try not to do things all by yourself. Try not to force yourself to be happy. And try not to do too much in one day. This disease is a lot. Not only is it eating away at your inner self and depleting your energy, but just your daily and physical activities, if you're doing too much, it could also deplete that energy as well. So you're basically burning the candle at both ends. You know? And so learning how to do these things will help you to adjust to what will be your new normal. You know, all the changes in your eating habits, your thought process, you know, any scars that you may have mentally, physically, on your body, your emotional scars. Your new normal is definitely going to change, but learning how to cope with these things and identifying your fears and talking about those emotions and will help you cope with a lot of things. Help you cope with your new normal, because this becomes your new normal every day. You know, and then along with that comes with, okay, let's say you beat it. Yay, you beat it. I beat it too. But guess what never left my mind? It never left my mind that it could come back. Guess what? It came back. You know what I mean? Those fears came back. It came back to haunt me. And cancer reoccurrence is real. You know, that journey alone is hard because it's there. You know, once you have cancer, it's there. You get rid of it, it's there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line, it constantly comes back and haunts you. What if it comes back? Your eating habit, everything has changed. Your whole lifestyle has changed to adapt to your new normal. So be aware of your feelings. Be aware of your anger, your sadness, any anxiety, depression, your denial of the disease. Be aware and open up. Talk to anybody. Speak to somebody. Don't sit in it and let it consume you. Just some help with some coping mechanisms that I'm bringing to you. So I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. Appreciate all that you are. Thank you for listening. That's me tuning out. Peace, love, one.